praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit. Finally. Been waiting all day for the Fahrenheit. It's finally here. What's good with it? We got a big special of show today. Special of show today, topics unbeknownst. But first, a message of the slangs. My name is First Degree to D. I'm the host of the show. We live on YouTube 7 o'clock next Friday. Tomorrow we going right after the video, 7:35. But we've been live on the 10 days of Fahrenheit. Day 4, releasing Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 is finally here. I can't believe it's finally here. Normally, I'm doing the show on the YouTube, but now we're on the Instagram and the TikToks and the Facebooks. Why? Because it's that important to get this up out there. First, a message from the slangs. May the slangs allow us to be unstoppable warriors, strong, fearless. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. May the slangs allow us to have courage and compassion and wear confidence like a shield, deflecting negativity. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. May the slangs allow us to be powerful and proud of who we are and wake up each day positive and ready to tackle. Wake up each day ready to tackle. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. May the slangs allow us to achieve our missions and achieve our goals. Achieve our missions, achieve our goals. For the last 6 months. For the last 6 months, I've had one goal in mind. It wasn't money. It wasn't likes. It wasn't clicks. It wasn't attention. It was to get this word out to y'all of this greatest story ever told, the Underbelly Sound Wars. We thank the slangs. Thank God that it is finally real. Next week, we release Underbelly Sound Wars. I'm in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Yes, sir. St. Carlos Art. Shat. Duck. We here. Donovan. Faye. Tyson. Zoo. We here. The Facebooks. We here. We're talking Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2. Now, that's what we're talking about today. Brother Lynch hung, First Degree to DE. I let y'all write the show. Okay, I look in the chat after the show. I read the emails and the DMs. Yeah, read the emails and the DMs. We on 5 platforms today. And y'all want to know what's up with Brother Lynch and First Degree to D, what's current. So we on the fan and letting loose on the fan is what we do. Then we the release of Funk Beta, I Am God and So Are You video. This video is awe-inspiring. I spent so much of time on this video. It comes at such a pivotal moment in the TV series. Pivotal of moment in the TV series. So we're going to talk about that. Funk Beta's new video premiering at 7:30 on First Degree to DE's YouTube. I Am God and So Are You instrumental. It's a wild, wild ride, yo. All right, so first we're gonna talk about our little brother Lynch hung in first degree to DE News. As you all know, we brothers. Okay, way back when was way back. Okay? Back when you was bumping music on one of these. Back when you was bumping music on one of these. Okay? Back when that's when we was making these records. Okay? We've been through the ups and the downs, but we brothers, so now we stronger than ever. We already creating again. So I already done spilt it to beans. Today was supposed to be the first day I spilt it to beans, but I get so excited on the fair that sometimes I spill the beans too early. It just spills out my mouth. But I've already mentioned Brother Lynch Hung makes a special guest appearance on Underbelly Sound War Season 2 that's worth saying twice. The Brother Lynch Hung makes a special appearance on Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2. But what I want to talk about today is some more creativity that's coming deep behind the scenes. Brother Lynch Hung loaded remake. Shh. Say it ain't so. Brother Lynch Hung loaded remake is already in the sizzle. Brother Lynch Hung loaded remake is already in the marinate process. So keep your ear out on that. Think of an era. Think of that era born in today's era. People wonder what would Michael Jordan played in today's era or Kareem played in today's era. We finna find out. We finna find out in an abstract sort of way with the Brother Lynch Hung loaded remake in today's of world. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. Produced by Funk Beta Rich, you already know. We premiering Funk Beta's probably his greatest will be his greatest video ever. 7:30 first degree to D's YouTube. Now to celebrate, okay, to celebrate me and Lynch getting back in this mix. Yeah, celebrate me and Lynch getting back in this mix. Okay. Oh, snap the fake Jessica was good with it. Erica was good with it. Let's go. Hello to you. Trying something different on the Facebook on our first degree. We hitting 5 platforms. Why? We on the YouTube, the TikToks, the Instagram, and 2 versions of the Facebooks today. Why? Because it's so important that we get the word of Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, the most glorious, important story ever told, out to the people on the Fahrenheit Live. Now to celebrate me and Lynch getting back in this again. We had a little song called Seconds Away on the Loaded album. Things done changed. The strip got bigger. To make my ends, I got the wheel and the trigger. I get my swerve on with the 80p liquor. The liquor bring out the in this got me hunting with my musket, bogged down with substance, bringing my ruckus to them rival. I'm still giving birth to perfect. I keep it steady. Still mixing up whiskey sours. I like them heavy. Heavy that put little bass in your voice. Yamp's choice. No Rolls Royce, but I keep it moist. I keep it saucy to boss it. Talking that boss it. Boss it. Think she too flossy to trick. I'm first mother degree. Not your average. I'll have your boulevard hopping. Popping off one meatball a package. Package. You stuck like Chuck, nutting up, get you thrown in the trunk as we donut. I done seen too many moons, done took the minds of too many buffoons. Fools with no clues that let her watch my aura glisten. They still don't listen. Even to this day, young. Even to this day, they still don't listen. I got this hot to trot, can't stop, won't stop. I got Lynch hung in my back seat, looking for cops. I got receipts of purchase, medical right off at text time. So y'all go on. I apologize. Smoke on my mind. Been working hard and I got to unwind. I'm a jail away from staying in my brain. I'm seconds away. I apologize for smoke on my mind. I've been working hard and I got to Lord, let me unwind a little. I'm a jail away from staying in my rain. I'm seconds away. It keeps going, it keeps on going, it keeps going. Holla at me in the chat if you ever heard the Brother Lynch Hung Loaded album. Holla at me in off. We're on 5 platforms. Why? Because we're getting the message to use on the Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit Hour. The whole show is always available on the YouTube. That's where we gather. We gather on the YouTube. Holla at me in the chat if you ever heard the Loaded album. Brother Lynch Hung's Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2. It comes at the Lynch Hung makes such a pivotal statement. He's not just guest appearing, he's making a pivotal statement on Underbelly Sound Wars 2. Okay, we know in cross platforms then. We know in cross platforms then. So this is what we're gonna do. YouTube, we're gonna take a 1 minute break. Instagram, Facebook, Instagram. We ending the program, but we got so much. For one, we releasing Funk Beta's new video, "I Am God and So Are You" instrumental at 7:30. But you could always catch the full show on the YouTubes in 1 minute. Instagram, holla back. I'll see you on the flip. Facebook. Okay, on the Facebook, we going to Fahrenheit Schlang's profile. So we're gonna be back in 1 minute's time. 1 minute's time, yo. 1 minute. What we're doing is talking about the new Funk Beta video, and I'm talking about all Funk Beta telling you stuff you don't know. I'll see you in 1 minute. welcome back as I type this. Ooh. I'm trying to type my bestest while I'm on cameras. Ooh. Setting up the Facebooks. Ooh. Ooh. But if it takes too long, I'm just gonna go ahead and get in with it. Ooh, it takes too long. I'm gonna go ahead because we started the show. Ooh. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit. We welcome in the TikTok audience. What's good with it? We in the second half of the show. As always, if you want to see the full show, we gather on the YouTubes, yo. We gather on the YouTubes, but right now we on the TikToks and the Facebooks and just on the Instagram. Why? Because the release of Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 is that of important. It's the greatest story ever told. I can't believe it's finally here. I've been working on it like a zombie for months and many of months. And finally, starting Monday, next Monday through Friday, 5 episodes, brand new, the world's first real rap musical with purpose. More Dead Wave. And we got a whole new hero feedback Fang we talked about last time. Now, for the second half of the show, we're going to dig in real quick because in 12 minutes, yo, we doing the release of Funk Beta, I Am God and So Are You on First Degree to DE YouTube at 7:30. I can't believe it's finally real. Before I talk about Funk Beta, I got to talk about Dr. Dre. Before I talk about Funk Beta, I got to talk about Dr. Dre. You know how anybody that's followed the Fahrenheit knows how I feel about Dr. Dre. You can't think of one Dr. Dre song that he made up. Not one Dr. Dre beat came from his soul, yo. From Eazy-E, NWA, The Chronic, all them albums he was copying other people. It's hard for me to swallow that. It's hard for me to swallow that. Then you transfer to the Funk Beta, the greatest rap producer of all time. You know him without even knowing him, yo. You know him without even knowing him. How you know somebody through his music? He was born in New York, went to Juilliard for a minute, which is a music school out in New York, came to SAC, hooked up with Lynch and them, and put his soul in his music. You know Funk Beta through his music. And that's why he's the greatest rap producer of all time. Now, in 10 minutes, we releasing which his greatest music video ever. I Am God and So Are You. I'm gonna give some spoilers. Y'all got me in the mood. I'm gonna give some spoilers. Before I start, I need some inspiration to give some spoilers. Holla at me in the chat if you want a fair Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 spoiler that deals with Lynch and Beta. Holla at me in the chat if you want an Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 spoiler with Lynch and Beta. Holla at me in the chat. Holla in the chat. Here we are. We in the chat. Oh, see, y'all keep the chat on fire and I read all of it. We'll do Shaq. We'll do as soon as I come to the TikToks and get some inspiration. We'll do Shaq. Aline, what's good with it? I miss you all. Monte Carlo. Aaron Way, Kimbo, what's good with it? I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. Give a spoiler. That dude electric beta just for the, because you already know Underbelly Sound Wars is headed to the Roku and the Amazon. So right now, Underbelly season 1 is already for the public. But I like it when just us, the community, knows about it. That's why I release it on the YouTube first before Johnny Masses and Jane Public can get their paws on it. I release it to you before Johnny, before Jane even gets their eyeballs on it because I care about what you think the most is. Hojo Diego, what's good with it? Ash and K, Sean is back, double 910 Ant. Fine. Tito, I'm going to get back on the champ. I'm going to keep the show going. Funk Beta came to Sacramento and put his soul in this music, man. So it's a beat that if you are a fan of the Fahrenheit Hour, you have heard before, okay? All them lyrics we wrote to that song, I still got all them lyrics. For those, just a recap, months and months ago, we all on the Fahrenheit Hour wrote a song together. I wrote down all the lyrics. The lyrics came from the chat, yo. We wrote that song together. It's that same beat. We are still on one. I'm still got all that. Okay, we're still on one. So some of us has heard this beat. It comes at such a pivotal of time in this. Spoiler alert! As you know, Lynch is in the movie. Why is Lynch in the movie? Why is Funk Beta in the movie? But you already know if you synced the Jungle Fit video. You already know if you synced the Jungle Fit video that First Degree the DE is badly injured at the end of the video. At the end of the Jungle Fit video, which comes from Underbelly Sound War season, First Degree the DE is hit by a tree and is laid out. The spoiler alert that only y'all that watch the Fahrenheit is gonna know is that I have a near-death experience, yo. And as y'all know, my father passed. And when I had this near-death experience, I see my father. And that's what I'm saying. The Underbelly Sound Wars is about the real world, but it's so much about my personal life too. And during this near-death experience, I hear this melody in the background. During this near-death experience, all kind of things are happening. I can't spill too much of beans, but all kind of things is happening. And I hear a melody in the background, so I go to the Funk Beta. I say, Funk Beta, can you remake this heavenly beat that I heard in my soul during this near-death experience while I visited my father? This is real life. I told you when I had the inspiration to write Underbelly Sound Wars 2, I was like, God, I don't have anything to write. God said, I'll write it. And it was written. And it's coming out on Monday, man. Real life. The Funk Beta. In order to make this beat, yo, because the beat is no normal beat and it was this important, he had to. All right, I'm going to just say it. He had to travel to the middle of the ocean. The video takes place in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Why? He had to experience something he had never experienced in order to make a beat of this importance of magnitude. He had to go through extremities in order to make a beat of this much importance of magnitude. So now we're here. Funk Beta, I Am God and So Are You, premiering in 3 minutes. And all we can do is ride the way. The whole video, the whole season 2, not the whole season 2, but a major part of this season 2 is this song. So it had to be crafted, yo. What's up, Victor? What up, Sean? Jason? It had to be crafted, y'all. I see you, Sean. And Joyce was good with it. Goat was good with it. KD was good with it. It had to be crafted. So funk beta goes through these extremities and it causes all kind of reverberance in the ecosystem. Michael, you've said too much already. You're saying too much already because you're too excited because you're with your folks on the bear. The whole funk beta going to the Pacific Ocean, all I'll say is it reverberates to all kind of elements of the ecosystem. I've said too much already. Because in 2 minutes on First Degree the D's YouTube, Funk Beta, I Am God and So Are You launch. And we gonna all watch it together. Now, if anyone ever asks, those of you that's new to the show, I can see on the TikToks that's new to the show. This is the Fahrenheit Hour, and the whole purpose of the Fahrenheit Hour is a place where the elites gather. Everything out there is slop. I am so tired of cell phones. I'm tired of slop. So I am just coming up with a place that elite of minds can gather. I've made this music with all kind of thought behind it in order for you, us, to come together juntos. So those of you on it, what's good with it, Rodrigo? It's all kind of news on the TikToks. So what we do is gather, but it's elite of minds. You'll get banned talking gibberish. This is where the elite of minds gather. My name is First Degree to DE. This is the Fahrenheit Eye. And what we gonna do is this. We gonna gather together juntos, YouTube First Degree to DE, and watch the worldwide premiere. I promise you this is a special video. This is a special video. Gather with me on the YouTube, Funk Beta, I Am God and So Are You. And meet me back here tomorrow. Same Fahrenheit station, same Fahrenheit. Same